We all know what it is, the Xbox One conference. Yes, that is the official name, Xbox One. What do I think about the name itself? I think it's a terrible name. I think it's really going to confuse consumers because, you know, Xbox One makes it sound like it's the first Xbox, but we all know it's not, so people are going to be really confused about that name. But like I said on Twitter, if you could get used to Wii U, you could get used to Xbox One. You know, that's just the way I see it, because I think Wii U was a terrible name, a terrible choice. Of course, I've gotten used to it after all this time, but I definitely don't think Xbox One is as bad as that. But before I give my actual impressions on the conference, I'm just going to recap all the highlights for those of you who may have missed it real fast. They showed instant switching, where basically you can say Xbox Game, Xbox TV, Xbox Music, and it will switch from wherever you are to whatever you're saying it to switch to. So if I'm playing the game, I could go Xbox Music, and it's going to pull up my music list instantly. I thought that was pretty dope. They announced that there's going to be 3 operating systems on the system, yeah. They also confirmed the specs, 8 gigs of DDR3 RAM, x86 architecture, pretty much the rumors we've been seeing for the longest, right? So that wasn't really surprising. 1080p Connect, which is of course, you know, better than the one that's out right now. Make it detect more joints, you know, more accurate body movements, things of that nature. Sports Ignite, EA Sports Ignite, basically new sports engine that EA is going to have for the sports titles and things of that nature. I really don't care because I don't play sports games. They showed off Forza 5. They confirmed that to be a launch title. I'll be talking about that later. They showed Quantum Break, which kind of looks like the Xbox's version of basically Beyond Two Souls, based off what I saw. They announced 15 new IPs within the first year of its life cycle. Thank you, Microsoft. That's all I wanted. Now, if these IPs are going to be things that I want, then you have an instant buy for me. You announced that there's going to be new games, 15 of them being new IPs. If 3 or 4 of them, you know, coming out in the first year, I'm interested in, I would like to play, I'm going to buy a 720. I'm still kind of 720. Xbox One, instantly. It's as simple as that. I'm going to go where the games are. It's as simple as that. New Halo TV series that's going to be on the Xbox One. Created by Steven Spielberg. Yeah, now this was some more TV bullshit, but I do like Halo. You know, I'm a Halo fan, and it is Steven Spielberg. So I was actually, you know, kind of delighted to hear that news. So y'all can hate all y'all want on that. I like Halo. I like Steven Spielberg. Put them together. That was an exciting announcement for me personally. You know, just it is what it is. And then they showed Call of Duty at the end of it. Okay, so that's pretty much the recap. Now let me give you my actual thoughts on the conference. I didn't think it was terrible, but I think it was very, very underwhelming. And I wasn't expecting them to, and again, this is just a review of the conference, not of the actual system itself. This is a review of the presentation. See what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting like tons of Megaton announcements because, you know, E3's coming next month. So why would they spill all these beans, you know, why would they spill all these beans, you know, the month before E3? You see what I'm saying? But basically, the whole conference was, it's basically what we've gotten from Microsoft at E3s for the last 3 years. See what I'm saying? Too much focus on apps, too much focus on TV. I don't need my gaming system to do anything with my TV. I'm sorry. And I'm not being hypocritical either, because Nintendo TV on the Wii U, I have not used that thing because I do not care. I don't care. I do not care about features and apps that are not gaming related. I'm sorry. I don't. I have not used Nintendo. I used it once the day it came out to see what it was about. Haven't clicked on the damn thing since. You see what I'm saying? Too much focus on TV, too much focus on apps, right? So, going back through the list, they showed, you know, the instant switching. That was pretty damn dope. You know, how you can switch from game to music to TV. That was awesome. But they also confirmed that it's going to be running 3 operating systems. Now, I think that's a bad idea, because while that is going to allow for more multitasking, that's also going to give Sony an advantage, you know, specs-wise. And yes, specs aren't the end-all be-all, but, you know, when it comes to Sony and Microsoft, you know, they're in this whole, you know, specs race and everything, trying to outdo each other, you know, better graphics. So by having 3 operating systems running on the Xbox One, and remember, you know, the Xbox One is DDR3 RAM. The PS4's RAM is GDDR5. You see what I'm saying? So it's already inferior RAM, but more of that RAM is going to be taken up on the Xbox One due to the 3 operating systems. The graphics from the games they showed, it really wasn't impressive, people. It really wasn't. To me, Sony showed better looking games at their conference. Like, you know, to me, Shadowfall looked better than anything that Microsoft showed at this conference. It really wasn't a big leap. You know, it's not this big leap people have been expecting, which is what I've been saying this whole time, right? The leap between the PS2 and the PS3 is 10 times bigger than the leap between, you know, the PS3 and the PS4. You know, and the same thing, and I said this in Sony's conference too, like, you can't sit here and tell me that Killzone 2 and Killzone 3 is the same leap between Killzone 3 and Shadowfall. You see what I'm saying? Not nearly as huge of a leap. So, like, I think a lot of people, they just kind of got too excited, you know, with their expectations of these graphics. Because I saw the Sony conference, saw the Xbox conference, no huge leap. You know, we have a huge leap in RAM, but when it comes to raw graphical performance, I'm just not seeing a huge leap in, you know, actual graphics, you know. But let me not get stuck on, you know, specs and graphics, because all of that is just a, you know, small percentage of what makes a great game. You see what I'm saying? You know, like I said, they talked about the Sports Ignite and the EA thing. Don't care about sports. And here's the thing about the conference, right? Like they were talking about apps and TV, and then they went to games for a split second. And when they were talking about the games, it was great. But then they go back and talk about TV. It's like, how much do you need to talk about TV? How much? You see what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand. I just do not understand. Now, yes, they did announce, you know, 15 new IPs, but, you know, that was just a 5-second announcement, and those things weren't shown or hinted at. Again, I'm rating the presentation of the actual conference. I'm rating the conference itself. You see what I'm saying? Presentation was terrible to me, right? Because they did TV, apps, 3 games, right? Or 2 games, whatever. Then back to TV and apps, and then lo and behold, Call of Duty at the end announcing, you know, time DLC for who cares, right? You know, who cares? Like I said, it's just a repeat of the things that we've seen with the last 3 E3s, right? Speaking of Call of Duty, I did say that I would probably hop back on Call of Duty if they had a new engine, but that engine looks like shit to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That engine, current gen games look better than that next generation engine that they've shown. You see what I'm saying? To me, Killzone 3 looked better than that shit. You see what I'm saying? Halo 4 looked better than that to me. I mean, that's just me. I'm sorry. Maybe it's because I was watching a 480p stream. Maybe I couldn't see the engine in its full beauty. But at the same time, I was watching Killzone Shadowfall on a 360p stream. You see what I'm saying? And I could tell that was at least a slight step above, you know, what we have now. You see what I'm saying? But that COD engine looks very unimpressive to me. I've seen more graphically impressive engines on the current gen system. Not even to mention, you know, PC for that matter. That really didn't impress me at all. Despite the new engine, Call of Duty looks like the same thing it's always been. I'm sorry, call me a COD hater. I'm just not impressed. That's just how I feel. So what do I think about the conference overall? Like I said, it wasn't terrible, just underwhelming. And again, this isn't me giving my thoughts on, you know, the Xbox One. Oh, I think the Xbox One is going to be terrible. Like, no, I'm rating the conference right now. For all we know, they could blow us away at E3. And Greenberg did say himself that E3 is going to be all about the games, all about the exclusives. So we will see. We will see. But as of this reveal conference, I think it was very underwhelming. I don't think it generated nearly as much hype as they needed to going into E3. You know, Sony's conference, they did a good damn job generating hype, right? They're going full steam ahead into E3, right? You know, Nintendo, you know, they have their backs against the wall. People talking about Doom and everything. You know, so Nintendo, you know, a lot of people are expecting Nintendo to show all these titles. So, you know, there's a lot of hype for Nintendo's E3. See what I'm saying? You know, because they're showing off Mario's, you know, Smash Bros, you know, Mario Kart, you know, Zelda, things of that nature, the biggest games in franchise in gaming history, the biggest franchises in gaming history. See what I'm saying? So to me, the way I see it, Sony and Nintendo are going in full steam, And Microsoft is kind of like, you know, we're still at the kind of, you know, gotta wait till E3, you know, situation pretty much, because that conference really didn't, in my opinion, didn't show us much. Really didn't. All those features and apps they showed, we basically have those same features on the 360, just to a lesser extent. But when it comes to these brand new ideas that weren't on the 360, didn't see much of that. Now again, this isn't doom and gloom Xbox One. Don't take this the wrong way. I'm just talking about the presentation of this one individual conference. Still looking forward to their E3 because they said 15 new IPs. So I know they're going to show games at E3. So I'm hyped for Microsoft's E3. 15 new IPs in a single year, people. Think about that. That is crazy. So while this conference may have been underwhelming, I actually think Microsoft is going to fucking bring it at this year's E3 conference. I think all three conferences this year are just going to be just, well, not all three conferences, but all three companies are going to have a great E3 because we all know the Nintendo situation. They're still going to be there, but they're not going to have that one conference. But yeah, I think Microsoft's going to do a good job. I think they're going to do a good job. I really do, because when you have games, you can't go wrong. And it's as simple as that. They can talk about TV and apps and all that stuff all they want. You know, whatever. I don't care for that stuff, like I said before. I don't care about things that don't affect my gaming experience, right? Nintendo TV on the Wii U, I don't use that shit. I don't care about how my gaming system interacts with my TV, with my cable. I don't care. I'm not going to watch TV on my Xbox. I'm going to watch TV on my TV. You see what I'm saying? I don't care about all that non-gaming related apps and shit. I don't. All I care about is the games. Microsoft claims they're going to be showing the games. Therefore, I'm excited, and it is that simple. Microsoft, in your E3 conference, okay, you talked enough about TV and apps in this conference, so hopefully that was to get all that shit out the way. At this conference, I want you to talk about just the games. You're saying you're going to do that. I'm going to believe you for now. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Make me excited. Make me buy a 360 day one. 360, Xbox One. I don't know why I keep calling it that. But that's this video, y'all. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'll see you fools later.